Today is Thursday, the 30th of May. We've been having some weird, funky pop-up thunderstorms and stuff around our area today. There's big clouds on the horizon right now, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. I think that's what they call a thunderhead. There's another big one right over there. Spooky. And here's one of the projects for vacation this week. This is one of the reasons why I ain't been in the shop a whole lot. We started this project on Monday. We put border around the outside, landscaping stones around the outside. Still got a pretty good sized skid of them out there. And one more bed to do, this little round bed out here. Anyway, we started cleaning this bed out on Monday. Ordered the stone, that didn't get here till today. So in a couple hours we had it all set up. Fairly easy. Had a little bit of a hole right here I had to work around, bury them. The rest of them set about that far below the ground. Definitely looks better than what was there. Before that, what was there was these bricks. And they sink in the ground and they heave. They look really nice when they're maintenance and taken care of. But they settle with the frost or the freeze and stuff and things like that for winter. Mainly we did this to keep lawnmowers and stuff away from the tank. We painted the propane tank about 2 years ago. And the lawnmower will scrape down the side the push mower will. We push mow this backyard for our dogs, keep it short. But it turned out pretty good. It's 106 block right there. Don't look like it, but there's 106. Over the past few weeks I've been picking up some albums here and there, and records and some stuff like that. This was an interesting one, not because I collect children's records, but this is the first one I bought, or I've seen, that plays in 16 RPM. This is a child's record. It's the 52 most famous poems for children, entitled A Children's Garden of Verses. And this is a talking book, audiobook record in 1956. This was one I got today. This is a Motorola stereo demonstration record. I'm going to play this one in a little bit. This is probably one of the most annoying records I've ever found. Quite literally. I picked it up because I thought the concept was neat. I'd never seen a record teaching you how to make your canary sing. And it's canary training with organ and marimba accompaniment. And this was put out by the Hearts Company that produced pet foods and stuff like that. Interesting record, a little annoying to listen to. This is the once great Bill Pierce. He's not with us no more. He died about 3 years ago. If any were you into any Christian listening, he had the show Night Sounds on Christian stations there for a while. Very popular program. He played the trombone, very talented trombonist. Sensational 60s. This is just a compilation of 60s popular songs. Very good album. Eastbound and Down with popular Jerry Reed. It's the soundtrack from Smokey and the Bandit. ABBA's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. And Love Songs of the Sensational 60s. Woo! And that is part of the same set right there. So, Over here on the General Electric Hi-Fi, set to 16 RPMs. I'm going to spare you the pain of watching the changer operate. It is so slow. I don't know if it'll do it by itself tonight or not. This thing's been acting kind of funky. And it is not going to do it tonight. I picked this up at a garage sale last year, and sometimes it plays really well. It's needing some service. See, it just wants to catch every so often. Come on. This ain't going good at all. There it goes.
On the trees, or hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me in the street. And does it not seem hard to you that all the sky is clear and blue, and I should like so much to play, to have to go to bed by day? The land of nods. From breakfast on through all the day, at home among my friends I stay. But every night I go abroad. All by myself I have to go, with none to tell me what to do. All alone beside the streams and up the mountainsides of dreams. Strangest things are there for me, both things to eat and things to see, and many frightening sights abroad.
Not so much for that. Yeah, this turntable I give $10 for last year. The guy was just going to throw it away if nobody bought it. And it's been acting kind of funny. I said the changer's needing servicing. It gets to where it shuts off. And it doesn't completely shut off. It'll shut off the turntable part, but the motor will keep running. So it's needing some work. Makes horrible noise. There for a while it was shutting off on its own just fine. Let's try this out. This is our Motorola Hi-Fi record. And I love... I cannot think of the guy's name to save my hind end right now. It was on the Command label back in the 60s. Provocative Percussion was one of his most popular albums. And Enoch Light and the Light Orchestra. I like his music. His stereophonic music is wonderful. And let's see if we can play that. have it. I figured I'd give the General Electric a break. Its mechanism wasn't doing too good a job last night, so I dug out the old Zenith. Decided to listen to a little bit of Bill Pierce tonight. Plus, I also needed to order a new needle for the General Electric. Got 2 new ones coming off of eBay. So they should be here next week. And while garage sailing today, picked up some box set albums for Grandpa. He ought to like this stuff. It's all 40s and 50s music. Some of it's earlier than that. They're all in pretty good shape. $2 a piece. I offered the lady $5 and she jumped on it. Grandpa will really like that. And the other day too, I bought some 8-track tapes. Yeah, it'll take the lights a couple minutes to come on. Dark. Oh, them things I offered $2 and the lady jumped on it. There's some Steely Dan and America, Cat Stevens, Gordon Lightfoot, Deep Purple, Seals and Crofts, Herb Alpert, Temptations, Peter, Paul and Mary. Both of those are Earth, Wind and Fire. Anne Murray, Eagles, another Cat Stevens, both of those, Bee Gees, and these 4 orange ones are Simon and Garfunkel. This is Moody Blues. That one's got a bad pinch roller. It's turned to mush. Carole King's Tapestry. Good album. And late 70s John Denver. All for $2. They wanted to get rid of them, so I brought them home. And lastly, to finish up this video, oh, Oh, my pile of crap is getting bigger. The old shop is getting full up. About time to add on a second story. Oh, we went garage sailing last week and antique stores and stuff like that. Had a good time. Found a lot of neat stuff. Found another one of these Admiral clock radios. I have one like this upstairs. It's green and white with a black background on the clock. Now that one, the clock don't work. This particular one, and you probably can't see it, it's too low light. The clock does work on it, and it does play. I had it on the other night, and while we're looking at that, waiting for it to warm up, found a little add-on 45-J-2 RCA Victor 45 player, about 1951. It's needing pretty good work. It'll run, it'll stall out when you put your finger on there. The cartridge is intact. Whether it's good or not, I don't know. The screws in the bottom of the cabinet are missing. Other than that, it's all there. The guy wanted $15. He took it. I'd been wanting one of these for a while. I passed up several of these, and from what I've been looking on the internet, it's going to take about anywhere between $75 and $100 to get this one running again. A little bit of money, but it might be well worth it. Let's see how our radio's doing.
Control in here. Evacuated a couple hours ago, and forecasters say there could be more severe weather. We still have rotation that is far back to the west. Again,
Feeling really bad for the folks out in Moore, Oklahoma tonight. They said another small tornado touched down out there about 20 till 9 tonight.
Tornadoes and spawning tornadoes. Fox News meteorologist Rick Reichmuth. Among the areas that may have been impacted, the suburb Moore, where a tornado emergency has been put into effect, also where 24 people died in an EF5 tornado just 11 days ago. A Weather Service warning also just issued for Tinker Air Force Base, just east of Oklahoma City, where the storms have been heading after passing through the hub of the Oklahoma City area. Fox News Radio, fair and balanced.
Live from the WOWO studios, where you're monitoring what could be a large natural disaster happening in Oklahoma City now as we watch multiple tornadoes rolling through the area.
Them people, they just, your heart feels so heavy for them. You don't know what to do. That's just awful. Back to my junk, my non-crisis. Oh, another box full of capacitors. These are kind of new old stock Aerovox capacitors and resistors. This first box is a bunch of new old stock resistors that's never been used. Whether they're any good or not, I don't know. I'll have to measure them. This box here is new old stock capacitors. I know some of these have been used. There's a big Mallory. A Mallory Gem, a 615 Mallory Gem. Brand new old stock. What was this one? This is a Sprig. Probably no good. Here's some Aerovox that's never been used. General Instrument. That's obviously been clipped out of something. And some other miscellaneous crap down in there. Picked this up at an antique mall. I've actually got the radio that matches this, and the radio that's in this is no good. It's missing the guts out of it. It's an Arvin. Has no chassis inside. The one I have is red. This one's black. It's original box. Very nice condition. And down here is a box full of soldering guns I picked up for $7. There's a Weller 140 watt gun and a little 40 watt pencil Weller gun. There's about $7 worth of solder in there, so that's why I picked it up. I have to show you that guy later. So for tonight, I think that's about it. This is kind of showing what we've been up to here the last few days or weeks. Vacation's about over and back to reality on Monday, guys. Thanks for watching.